Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring.
My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, 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 I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
This is a statement to appreciate all that is vacant. It's just for the taking. If you make up your mind, you can take it. I'm never complacent. I would work in a mansion or basement. Yeah, there's no replacement for persistence. It's a patience. Yeah, in this life, I wanna be soaring to feel sun inside when it's pouring, and I'll fight till anxiety is foreign. I'm so sick of my mind's extortion.
my whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, 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 I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Ah! Now, I know this isn't my, I know this mask doesn't match my persona. Hi, Hattie! Today we're going to be going ahead and writing out the plot for the comic I'm going to
might grab a bat, I don't know, my red blood boils over like oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show.
So my persona for the comic. I created a sibling 4 baked beans for the comic. Got a whiteboard post notes. No, my whiteboard is unfortunately in storage unit on the other side of the country from me. And I don't have any post-it notes. I mean, I do have my my iPad, you know, that I do all my art from. And I wrote up some talking points for this. Oh no, my glasses. They've fallen off. Yeah. Update on my plants. All of my plants, except for Thomas, have tons of sprouts. So, Thomas, the one I had the most hope in, no sprouts so far. But yeah, so I have done some thinking about the comic. I'm probably not going to be streaming as much next week. That's because my dad's going to be in town for 5 days, and I'm really looking forward to him being in town. He gets into town tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that so much. we've got to drive like 2.5 hours to the airport to pick him up, and then 2.5 hours back. And I know that this map, this fursuit head, doesn't match my persona whatsoever. I bought it before I settled on a persona, because this one, I can put my glasses on over, and I'm like that. But I'm definitely looking forward to the comic. Today I'm going to be going ahead and writing kind of the general plot. Well, I have done some thinking about the direction I want to go with for the comic. I'm not totally completely sure on where the overall plot is going to be. Like I said, it's going to be a comic about a pair of siblings, and that's as far as we've got. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and I just realized I won't be able to see the chat as I open up my writing program. I'll do this all. Alright. My face was getting really sweaty in that fursuit head. But as you can tell, I am no longer streaming from my living room, which is great. I just gotta grab my tripod and put my phone on so I can see y'all. Oh, I got like air fur mask in my eye. All right. So here's the document. Like I said, this. And it's not responding! Oh! Is it gonna be responding now? All the technical difficulties. This is the worst one. Oh no. Alright. This, why is it glitching out so bad? Oh gosh. There's always at least one technical difficulty per stream. Why is it doing this? Will it let me do it now? Nope. Oh god. This, not ideal. Oh gosh. Let me see if I can fix this. I might have to turn off the music, actually. Maybe that's what's screwing it up. Here's to hoping.
Wow, turning off the music fixed it. I guess this is just, you know how they're like, if your electronics not working, try turning it off and on again. I guess with my streams, it's, if the stream isn't working, try turning the music off. This seemed to be the most reliable form of, making it work. Oh. Yeah, but I've done a lot to kind of improve the way the stream looks. But yeah, I'm super looking forward to my dad visiting. There's gonna be a character in the comic based off of my dad. I'm not totally sure what that character's, career or job is gonna be, but I know my dad works as a business consultant, which is kind of ironic considering how anti-capitalist I am. My dad is telling capitalists how to improve their capitalism. When he's in town, he's going to be helping me with working to grow my platform. So his clients pay thousands of dollars for him to help them. I pay 0 pennies. Who's the real winner? And why is this frozen? Ugh. I just want this thing to work. Well, it buffers. I've done a lot of writing over the past couple of years, and while I've on occasion written some original works, I never published any of them. Mostly I've just written a lot of fan fiction. And there was this one night where I just sat down at my computer for like 12 hours and I non-stop wrote, boom. Got 7 chapters done. It ended up being 14,000 words. My beta reader was live editing as I was writing. I was posting updates about it to my Tumblr. It was this big event almost. And it was so much fun. And then I posted it, and then I slept for 2 days. It was an absolute amazing thing is, everything worked out about the plot. The following year, yes, I would later go on to write a 30-word story, in about a week, but that was a lot of fun as well. And I don't know, it's just, I really, really love writing. My writing program is working again. Yeah, I use OpenOffice, because it's free and open source, and I don't like spending money on things that I don't have to. So, yes. This story of baked beans, it's not responding. Baked Beans and Toast is a story about 2 siblings named Baked Beans and Toast. I'm starting to think I might have to go ahead and just switch over to my iPad for this, because it is being buggy as hell. So buggy. But at the same time, it's like, that's gonna lag, because it always lags. But this could be an opportunity for me to show off my incredible handwriting skills, so, maybe I should anyways, even if it'll lag. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll let you guys decide. Do you want to see me struggle with Office? Or do you want me to flex my handwriting skills on you? It's up to you. Because I would happily flex my handwriting skills on you. And actually, I think that I'm gonna flex my handwriting skills on you. This is like so vaguely upsetting for me though, because like I got this writing thing all set up, you know, put my PNG tuber on it, you know. Actually, I don't know if it would be a good idea for me to do it from my. Okay, I'll go for it. I'll go for it. I just gotta launch a program. Why is it never in the taskbar? I gotta launch a program real fast to do. How many programs? Alright. Why does it always ask permission? Good. I just need this to work. I need that open. What's going on? What's going on? My computer is freaking the hell out. Lovely, lovely, amazing. We're here for it. While I try and get that to work, screen do I got the screen up? Okay. Um, starting to get kind of nervous because the program I need to launch is not launching. Oh, it launched finally. Oh, good. Good. Yeah, but my programs are actually doing really good. I'm super excited to show them to my dad. What is going on now? Something's yeah, I cleared off my desk in my room so I could go ahead and stream from my desk instead of the living room. So, and ironically, I know it might not have really looked like there was a bed in my bedroom, but I swear there is. It just happens to be a beanbag bed made of memory foam that has a beanbag pouch that I can zip it up into when I'm sleeping on it. During the day, it's a beanbag there. At night, it is a bed. It's comfortable enough for me. And instead of a headboard, I have my desk, which is a table. And I just put the head of my bed underneath the table, and it works well for me. It works well for me. My program is lagging. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, I wish I understood what was up with my computer today. Been one problem right after the other. Like, I woke up this morning and I still wasn't feeling all that well. I got to feeling better. And then my computer just wouldn't open Streamlabs at all. So I went ahead and I finally updated my computer. And then my mic wasn't working, but then I realized I didn't plug my mic in. And then you've seen the rest of the issues while I've been live. Writing program not working. Not working. Well, it's better it now than tomorrow. Yes. Yes, I agree with that. I do agree with that. Let's see. Maybe, well, that's doing its nonsense. Maybe my writing program will work again. Who knows? Maybe. Story about two siblings, baked beans toast. Little fact about baked beans, my fursona, not naturally a redhead. My fursona uses hair dye on his fur. He dyes his fur red. And the 3U tools is lagging. Just do a quick restart. So the issue is it's not the stream that's bugging out right now. It's my brain just died. It's the thing I want to use. You have time, plus if you're still healing, just relax. Well, like, I have, like, chronic health issues, so it's like, but I might. The good news is I don't think I'll have to restart the stream to fix any of what's going wrong. Okay. What if I pin it to the task bar? Will it let me do that at least? No. Oh, it did. In the taskbar? Okay, something's gone wonky. Yes, I will close the program. The story about two siblings, baked beans. Today is going to be just be me figuring out the general plot of the story, baked beans and toast. Next Saturday I'll work on, the characters. And then the Saturday after that, I'll probably start working on page layouts and sketching. I don't know how long that portion of it's gonna take. But once the page layout and sketching is done, then we'll move on to the line art, and then we'll move on to coloring it. I haven't decided if I'm going to do any shading for the comic or not. But yeah. And then I'm gonna go in, put in all the text, and after that, I'll do the cover art for chapter 1 of Baked Beans and Toast. Because I like the continuous plot line merged with the episodic plot line. Yeah. So, story about two siblings, baked beans and toast. After their... Oh my god, it's working again! Okay, never mind, I don't have to panic. After their parents divorce, they go with their dad to live with their grandparents. I kind of want to draw a lot from my own personal experience while also doing a fictionalized version of events. So the comic Baked Beans and Toast is going to be a lot more lighthearted and far less dark than my real life. Yeah. I gotta give the dad a job, the dad in the comic, a job that would have him away for long periods of time. Because my dad works a job where he's away for long periods of time. Want a crazy idea? Yes. Yes, absolutely. What is your idea? Random word generator. That is an excellent idea. I'm gonna pull it up on my iPad. And I'm gonna do it as a random job generator since I'm trying to figure out what his job is. Job gen. Track, sheep, museum, magnitude, item, looting, debatable, path, principal, shaves. The job generator. First one, casual worker. Events organizer. Solicitor. Boat builder. Astronomer. Chemist. Teacher. Machinist. Park keeper. Actor. Security guard. Oil rig worker. Also, their dad's a bird. So it's like in my initial thoughts, I was thinking, well, what if their dad worked as like an airline pilot? But then I thought, is that too generic? But then I also thought, what about secret agent? And then I could like, but then that's where the fictionalized aspect would come in. The thing is, with my writing, I like to have really subtle foreshadowing that on a second read through, it's like so obvious, the foreshadowing, because it gives my works readability. Magistrate. Coroner. Art historian. Oh! Okay, so art historian actually gives me an idea. Why not have Bird Dad work as an archaeologist? You know, archaeologists, they'll go out for long periods of time to a dig site to kind of piece together kind of the story of what happened at that location, what the culture of the people were like, you know, what historical events may have happened there. And I think that would actually work for my dad really well. I think I'll have the dad in the comic be an archaeologist. So thank you, Hattie. Random word generator did lead to me coming up with something. Off-world? I don't know. I think I'll leave that vague whether or not there's interplanetary travel and alien societies. But it could be entertaining. Their father works as an archaeologist. So he is away for long periods of time. There we go. That works. I'll definitely do more thought on characters next week, which makes making the plot a little bit trickier for me because I tend to greatly enjoy writing character-driven stories. But I guess for today, I'll focus on, for any character stuff, I'll just be focusing on Beans and Toast. Because the story's about them. So the plot is going to be about them. So I can go ahead, I'll expand on their characters next week, but I'll do a little bit of work on their characters this week. I really haven't done too much deep thinking about what the plot will be. I'm definitely going for kind of a slice of life for the episodic portion of it. But for continuous plot line, you know, an overall arcing plot that links all of these narratives together, I've got to come up with something that's reasonable and works really well. I know in a lot of slice of life shows, like, they're slowly building the overall plot. Like, where, like in a romance one, you know, you've got your episodic stuff where, you know, the characters are either doing what seems to be a filler episode. If you did it on they find a caveman under the ground and you have to look after it as it hunts everything. So kind of like vaguely like the movie Encino Man. I don't know if that's a plot that I would personally do. It would definitely tie into their father's archaeology work. So it definitely could work. I definitely know for this story, I want it to not deal with a lot of romance. Mainly because I myself, while I'm interested in reading and watching content about romance, and I even enjoy making content about romance because one of the characters is based on myself, at least for my character, I won't focus on a lot of romance. But he is like doll size, or he is huge. That definitely could be a plot of like a that could be like an episodic plot. That would be fun, an episodic plot. Every story has every story has a conflict. And that conflict is what drives the entire story. Iron Giant. Yeah, Iron Giant was a good movie. I really enjoyed Iron Giant. Where was... I think that movie was located in Alaska. I think. I used to live in Alaska. I lived there for about like a decade or something. And it is beautiful there, you know? I actually graduated high school while living in Alaska. Oh, fuck. So guess who's lactose intolerant ass ate some cereal with normal milk and forgot to take his lactose pills? If you guessed today's streamer, you are correct. I will be right back. I've got to take a dairy shit. I'll be right back. I will turn on the music while I'm gone, so you'll have that to enjoy. And let's see. I've got to open the music back up. Oh, I made a mistake. You'll notice that about me. I am constantly forgetting to take my dairy meds. Empty milk. Have fun. Yep. I have so many different digestive issues. Alright, so I'm turning on the music and I will be back shortly, so enjoy the music while I'm gone.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring.
My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
This is a statement to appreciate all that is vacant. It's just for the taking. If you make up your mind, you can take it. I'm never complacent. I would work in a mansion or basement. Yeah, there's no replacement for persistence. It's a patience. Yeah, in this life, I wanna be soaring to feel sun inside when it's pouring, and I'll fight till anxiety is foreign. I'm so sick of my mind's extortion.
My whole life I just
wanted
someone who would
Notice me.
My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be
I didn't warm up my vocals that so I sing along with that much just a touch of ska. But I am back now. So every story has a conflict. Every story has conflict. story has a conflict. So my thought process is baked beans and toast are just moving to a new town. I don't know what to call the town. So Hattie, is it okay if I name the town after you? Would that be pog? Should I call the town Hattiesville? Because it solves the issue of what do I name it. And Hattiesville sounds like it could be a real place. Also worth noting, I do intend to name background characters in different locations after people in chat, or people who hit that follow button. Because one, it lets you be involved in the story, and two, it saves me the effort of having to come up with names. Hattie, I'm naming it after you. I'm naming the town after you. I know the biggest conflict in my life has been my mental health and, my bio mom. But it's like, well, it would definitely be interesting to have an entire comic where the main conflict is actually mental health. I'm not totally sure how to go about it. So I think for that, I'd have mental health be a theme, and the conflict, you are very much welcome. And then the conflict, maybe we see how the theme of mental health is affected by the conflict. So I'm going to go ahead and look up a random word generator and see if it can generate some ideas. Let's see. Actually, I'll see if I can find a conflict generator. What if you do a short 4-panel funny, then sad, then funny, then sad? Dream world? Valid ideas. Mental health, then dream world? Valid ideas. Valid ideas. Not totally sure how to go about that one. I'm gonna go ahead and look up random conflict generator. See, first conflict. A vigilante is pursuing his own form of justice. I don't think I'm inclined to use that one. A medical emergency. That could be an episode. A person accidentally causes a huge catastrophe. Oh, that one sounds kind of fun. Sounds kind of fun. I will consider that. They cause a huge catastrophe and have to fix it. Maybe? Nuclear warfare is imminent, says the conflict generator. maybe a little less real life stuff. A young trainee fights a much stronger foe. No. Someone goes insane. Vengeance is taken for the death of a family member. A person is losing friends. A conspiracy to overthrow the ruler. A serial killer hikes up the body count. A person wants something from their sibling. A story about siblings, but these siblings are on the same side. A deadly weapon ends up in the hands of the enemy. The recovery of a stolen object. Okay, I'm not finding anything that works very well. Like, sure, I could go with the town has some mystery or secret, but that feels a bit too Gravity Falls for me. You know, a pair of siblings moving to a small town to live with an older relative and then solving the mystery of the town. That sounds like Gravity Falls to me. Also, it could be called Hattie Hamlet. That's better. That's better. I like Hattie Hamlet better. Hattie Hamlet. Oh, coming up with the conflict is hard. Let me think about tropes. Tropes that I like. A lot of tropes. I do quite enjoy the circular plot structure. So, I mean, it goes without saying, I'll probably use the circular plot structure. Um, ooh, okay. So, a plot, when you think about it from the form of a character-driven plot, oftentimes having the plot related to the goals of your main characters is very useful. So I could go with Beans likes dumpster diving to find garbage to create art sculptures out of. And so maybe for Beans, the story is about trying to launch his art career. And so, yeah, actually, I really like that. Struggling artist. One that I think most people who've ever picked up a pencil and drawn something can relate with. Beans is a struggling artist. As for Toast, I gotta think about what Toast might be attempting with their goals. My older sibling really, really likes video games, so maybe Toast wants to become a video game dev. Yes. Toast wants to make video games. Is it lagging? Oh no. I think it's lagging. It doesn't show. So, all things considered, video games need art. So, Beans and video I can't words. Beans and fixing an old busted house and being attacked. Oh, that also. Yeah, they could also be restoring some sort of old house to use as kind of their studio. You know, Toast is planning on, once they restore the old house, Toast is planning on using a portion of it for making video games, and Beans is planning on using a portion of that old house to make art. Use it as an art studio. I like that. And Open Office is temporarily non-responsive. That's an inconvenience. Well, wait for it. Oh, there, it's responding. They are working to. Oh, I did so fast. It lags. Working to restore an old house. To use as their office. So that actually works to create kind of, the conflict for the series. They have to first find a house to use for this. They have to then go through the process of getting a lease on it. And then once they get the lease, they have to do restorations. And then after they've done the restorations, they go ahead and get everything set up. Host goes ahead and starts making their video game, and Beans starts working on some art, because now that they've got place, they need to be able to pay for it as well. Actually, that is an amazing idea. I love that idea. I really, really like that idea, actually. So thank you for suggesting fix up a busted old house. That actually is a really good suggestion. And because my grandfather, my papa, he's done, throughout his course of life, he's done plumbing work and electrical work. He's built houses, he's restored cars. He's a jack of all trades. Absolute jack of all trades and master all of them. So his persona in the story could help with restoring the house as well. So I like that. I really like that. And so over the course of the comic, you see the slice of life stuff where they're working on these different stages of getting their studio set up. I like that. I actually really like that. Yeah. It provides, goals that Beans and Toast have. It provides, conflict, because that's a difficult process, I really, really like that, actually. And ironically, I did help, when I was in early high school, I did help to restore an old farmhouse from, I think, like the 1800s or something. So, yeah, that worked really well. the farmhouse was also haunted. So yeah, I got to live in a horror movie for about a year at one point. Let me tell you, I do not recommend living in a haunted farmhouse. It is the worst. Just as all horror movies make it out deeply enjoyable. If you're gonna move into a farmhouse, make sure there's no ghosts. That's your life lesson of the day. If you're gonna move into an old farmhouse, there's no ghosts. That's my advice. Wow. Common sense. But yeah. Gosh, I'm just thinking about the first time I tried to make a comic book. It was a few years back, and oh my god. My art style from panel to panel was so incredibly inconsistent that, I mean, I look back on it and I'm like, yeah, the plot was kind of dope, but the execution was horrible. Like, just, oh, like I kind of cringe thinking about it, but like I cringe in a good way, where it's like I was still learning, and I'm sure this is going to turn out a lot better. um uh so yeah, that's kind of the general plot. um and so their dad's kind of shown occasionally during all this, and because I do quite enjoy a circular plot structure, um because they moved to the farm, farming town, small farming town, to get away from, their bio mom in this version of events. Um, because they moved there after the divorce to get away from, the bio mom, because she's a horrible person. It would make sense that at the end, like, their bio mom comes to the town to try and like get something out of them now that they've achieved success with, their art and their games. And so you get to see in the final chapter just how much they've grown and how far they've come, because they're able to tell it off like that. So it's like we still get that bit of mental where they're healing from the pain on through, but it's subtle enough that it's not really all that in your face. So you can enjoy the lighthearted elements of the story. I like that. So chapter 1. And post move to Hamlet with their father to go live with their grandparents. Mama Bear and Papa Squirrel. They make the most of the time they have left before their dad has to go on an archaeology trip. Well, they settle in. Alright, so I think that's a good idea. Like, chapter 1 is, they're making the most of the time they have left with their dad before those New York Yale site. And they're working on settling into their new home. So I think that's a good description of what chapter 1 is going to be. Chapter 2. Now, so I think chapter 2 would be when they first realize that they need a separate space to do their work in. It's lagging once again. Now, hello? Hello? Are you going to work open office? You've never given me this many struggles before. Just booting my iPad and doing it from that. Highly considering it. Fuck it. Gonna do it from my iPad, I think. I've just gotta get some programs pulled up to make it work. Of course. Okay. What is going on? What is going on? There we go. Please freaking work this time. I just need to do the work. I'm definitely thinking about doing it from my iPad instead because, 1, I get to flex my handwriting, and 2, I might not have to deal with as much atrocious lag as I'm having to deal with right now. Yeah. But while we wait for that to go ahead and launch, to be honest, I don't think it's wanting to launch. doesn't. Time to force it to launch somehow. Just work. But yeah, so while we wait for that to work, also pets. Well, of course, Gizmo's gonna be there. It's working.
After you unlock your device.
Sorry, I don't know why I made such a sarcastic sound right there. I was insulting the program I'm using. Yeah, Gizmo's definitely gonna be there as his cute little adorable self. I think in this, his name is gonna be Marshmallow. Yes, my dog's name will be Marshmallow. In the comic. Because I jokingly call him my toasted marshmallow. Because his fur kind of makes me think of a toasted marshmallow. Robots? I don't know yet. Maybe robots. I haven't drawn a lot of robots. But I could practice some robots and see if I can work those in. Probably get more robots in the city than in a farming town. But, I mean, they'll probably go to a game convention, like, you know, to go ahead and show off, like, the game. Like, maybe this gaming convention has a section, you know, for indie games. Why is this not opening the thing I need? Just open it. Yeah. Oh, my dad's definitely looking forward to spending some time with. I'm not really good at math or science, so when I was taking chemistry trip, you know, my dad would have me figure out problems by making it into a subject I could listen to, you know? So when we were figuring out, I think it had something to do with calculating gases, something to do with avogadro's, I think. Anyways, we went with, you know, measuring human-produced methane gas. So he helped me figure out my chemistry homework use parts. It's just a memory abs-ish, you know? Because it worked. It worked. It did what we needed. Oh, it finally opened. Good. Okay. Thank goodness. Oh, mirror. I'm gonna tablet. Just so go to iPad stream. All right. Good, good, good. Tilt my microphone down a bit. And so this up. All right. And I'm just gonna open up the document, small screeny, so I can still see the chat. Move it to the side. Okay, not doing it. Oh god, it did it too much. It's all glitching out. Of course it's not responding. Why would I expect the program to work? Okay. My handwriting ain't looking too hot right now. No! I hope this is looking somewhat decent. Alrighty. Now that whole So yeah, handwriting game is good. Yeah, and this is without me really trying all that hard to make my handwriting look nice. My handwriting is definitely good. I've worked to make it good because it used to be horrible. But I'm working on it for sure. I've worked really hard to get good handwriting. I feel like I don't feel like going into like a whole chapter for them getting a lease for it. So I think I'll just go ahead and go with at the end of chapter 2 they signed the lease. And so chapter 3 starts with them having to fix the place up. And maybe the house itself has some mystery and history that they uncover covered during their renovation of the place. It could add some interest to it. I would have to think about maybe what video game Toast is hoping to make. But I think that'll come in the chapter where Toast finally starts work on their video game. Yeah. I like it. So we got the premise, and we've got episode 1 and episode 2's, overall plot. Episode 3, they would start fixing up the place. So I can base this a little bit off of when I had to fix up that farmhouse. One of the first things we had to deal with, because the previous tenants there, so the previous tenants of the farmhouse that we ended up moving into, they just left bags and bags of garbage piled up in the kitchen, and there was just mold all over. And so we had to throw out the garbage, and then we had to bleach all the walls, get rid of the mold, and we had to go ahead and start working on other renovations. Turned out they had put carpet over some beautiful, like, 18th century hardwood floor. Had to rip up the carpet, clean up the floors. And there was a lot of different repairs that we had to make and had to do. But the place ended up being pretty good by the time we were done with it. We definitely left that place a lot better than we found it. There was still a ghost, but the house was nice. Yeah. The ghost tended to hang out by the horse barn. And so, yeah. I'm glad we left that place, regardless of how much hard work we had put into it. I was not interested in living with the ghosts. I say currently owning a haunted blanket, but that ghost is a nice ghost. It's the ghost of my great-grandmother, and she's just a sweetheart, and I haven't had to deal with any evil ghosts since I got the haunted blanket. So I have good ghost haunting now, instead of a bad ghost. 10 out of 10 would recommend a friendly haunting. 0 out of 10 would not recommend an evil ghost haunting you. Also, my gut is angry at me again, so I'm gonna toss up that ERB screen, and then I will be right back. My dog wants to join. Gotta check some stuff real fast. Alright, I'm back. So beans and toast start mixing up the place. That's where we left off. And Any ideas for what secret this house they're restoring might hold? Because I feel like having some sort of twist that happens while they're renovating the house might be interesting. My brain is full buffering. When my dad gets in town, I'm definitely looking forward to doing a business plan for my Twitch. Like, I've got a lot of stuff thought out and written down already, so... I hope that we'll be able to make a business plan out of the stuff I've already got set up. But yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah. I am having the hardest time figuring out what it should be that this twist. I will say it would probably have to gut the bathroom. I'm thinking like maybe they discover that when they rip up the carpet, they discover that there's like a secret hatch that's in the floor that leads to a basement that they didn't know about. And so then the twist happens in the next chapter. But I'm not sure. Demon that talk about mental health. That would be a fun discovery, a demon that just like acts as a therapist. I'm not entirely opposed to that concept. I'll have to think about that. I definitely know that I do want some form of therapy happening in this this comic series. And definitely before I start working on each chapter, I'll do, you know, a plot out of what that chapter's supposed to be and the events that are supposed to happen in the chapter. So I think definitely by the time I get to the chapter where we address what's in the basement, I'll have decided whether or not to do a demon in the basement. That beats therapy. Therapy is... If you can find a good therapist, therapy is just amazing. Like, I'm currently in therapy, and my plan is I'll probably always be seeing a therapist. Just because I think that keeps me stable and it helps me deal with my shit. I'm definitely thinking, like, discovering maybe, like, a dead body in the basement. Because, you know. But at the same time, is that a little too cliche? I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it. I mean, the haunted farm I lived on did have some bodies buried out back. So, we know whose ghost it was. Oh, if there is a ghost in this house they're renovating. Snowman wiping its forehead. Yeah, I lived on a haunted farm and the ghost on that farm was mean as shit. Like, if you've ever had it handed to you by a ghost, your opinion on ghosts is gonna be pretty biased and fairly prejudiced. I don't like ghosts. There's one exception to the rule, and that is the ghost of my great-grandmother who haunts a blanket I have. She's nice, and she keeps bad ghosts away. So we stand her. We stand her grandma ghosts. But we do not stand evil farmhouse ghosts. You know that moment in a horror movie where the main character looks at a window and there's like a face pressed up against it and it's a ghost? Yeah, I lived that moment and it was horrifying and I was like, oh god. So, yeah. Definitely going with this house they're renovating is haunted. So, a body in the basement is a good idea. And during the episode where they're doing renovations and like they end up finding, you know, the hatch in the floor under the carpet, like I could do some like shadowing to something wrong with the house. And I could even do that in their house where it's like they end up deciding on this house because it's dirt cheap. And they're like, wow, this is in our budget and it's what we need. Yeah, it needs a little work, but you know, for that price, we have enough in the budget to do that work. And like the real estate agent is like, are you sure this is the house that you want? And they're like, yes, we want this house. So yeah. I'm gonna go with that. And then in the chapter where they're starting to do the renovations, maybe they think it's mold, but it's actually ectoplasm. I like that. And so like, and it's like items move around in the background of like panels. You know, and it's like they come back to work on it one morning and things are all in a different place. And you have stereotypical white horror movies, like, it's fine. The house is just quirky. But it's not, and it's haunted. Yeah. Haunted house. That's what we're doing. Check out the basement. and find a bunch of dead bodies. So they all yeah, I mean, if I found dead bodies in the basement of my house and I didn't know that my house even had a basement and I found out there's dead bodies in the secret basement, I'd be like, 911, there's dead bodies in my basement and I didn't know I had a basement until I pulled up the carpet and found a hatch that led to the secret basement. Anyways, you want to come out here and take a look? And so this chapter would also probably lead to them not being able to do renovations for a little bit. And so they probably... It would start the arc of them dealing with the fact that the house is haunted. But yeah. House is haunted. If I had a nickel for every haunted experience, like with every ghost I've had to experience, I have... I think about this for a moment. How many nickels would I have? There was the farm, there was the mall, there was the thrift store, there's the blanket. Yeah, I have 4 nickels. Which isn't a lot of money. It's weird that it's happened 4 separate times. Yeah, I don't want to hunt bar for a year. I worked in a haunted mall for, I think, a year or 2. I worked in a haunted thrift store for a year or 2. And now I have a haunted blanket that finally have a nice ghost. Or you take something, move to a rundown house, bring the ghost with you. Ghost is like mental illness sign, etc. Ghosts can be used as a metaphor for mental illnesses. I've seen that done in quite a few horror movies where the ghost is a metaphor for a mental illness. I have to think about, you know, how I would use ghosts as a metaphor in this. Like maybe when they first get there, there's a lot of ghost activity, yeah, but as they themselves get better from what they've been through and their mental health improves, maybe they're also able to slowly get rid of the ghosts. And so at the end, the house is no longer haunted. That could be a thing. And maybe, like, their house is still slightly haunted, but it's a manageable level of haunted. And, like, maybe the ghosts, like, make the bio-mom leave when she tries to show up. I like the idea. So I think for episode 4, I'll have to come back to that later. Toast is probably gonna make a video game about ghosts. So yeah, that'd be interesting. I know I haven't been streaming for all that long, but I'm probably at a point where I can kind of call it a day. So I'm going to go ahead, put back on the mask, switch to the outro screen, and yeah. I've totally overhauled my streaming. I gotta put on the bear mask again. I think those without the mask and now make a bear version of my persona. But yeah, today was, I'd say today was an enjoyable stream. I had fun. Next time I'll try and have something entertaining to learn back.
I've been dreaming on in my head like
Yeah.
I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with
I feel like
meaning.
definitely made a lot
What I
of
love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon.
with coming up.
Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like it
I'm really excited to start actually working on this because it's a story that I think I could enjoy writing and then doing all the art for. I think my favorite part of today's stream would have to I think it would have to deciding what the conflict was, what the overarching story was. You know, a story about two siblings trying to creating careers out of something that they're passionate about. And how they're able to work together on it as a team to an extent. Beans being an artist and Coast being an artist for the game they're gonna make, it works out really well where they can actually work on that project as a team. And then they're able to also work on some projects separately. And I'm so thankful for you letting me use your name for this town. Addie Hamlet is just a great name. And yeah. It's taken me the effort of having to come up with a name for it. Anyways, do y'all want to see my off? I think he's more of a I'm gonna get it for you. Kind of hard to see with this on. This one, do you have anything you want to say to the viewers? Any message for Hattie? He's got a lot of seems. He's my little baby. I love him. But yeah, so next week I'm not going to be streaming quite as much because my dad's going to be in town and I do want to make the most of, you know, the 5 days I have spent with him. But I'll try to do a stream where he's there with me on the stream. Yeah, his most absolutely adorable. You know, my dad, he's probably gonna want to go hiking like a trail or something, and I don't enjoy going outside.
partially because I feel a lot of pain, and also partially because I just doing outside-based activities. It's every year at home that I need to entertain myself and keep myself happy, and so I don't really see a point in going outside. I'm a bit introverted and possibly a little agoraphobic. I don't like going to places. There's a lot of people. But, well, my dad's in town. We have to see like different activities I can do. And if you have ideas for some things I could do focused on, that'd be great. Because I have like no ideas. But yeah. I watered my plants today. So I did a little bit of research and it said I should water them every other day, a couple of days. And so my chili pepper plants are doing really good. All of the promise about it. And I'm wondering about what pepper I should start growing. I'm thinking habanero. If I could get a hold of ghost peppers, ghost peppers, or get a hold of Carolina Reaper, North Carolina Reaper. But also the chili peppers, minus the habanero. I like spicy, like peppers. So looking forward to that. My next live stream, not really sure when it's going, but I'll send it out beforehand. Definitely be like next Saturday, because I want to get this started and done as soon as possible, because this project I'm really excited about. Anyways, I hope this stream was enjoyable to watch. Even if there was some difficulty. I hope you enjoyed flexing my impeccable penmanship. I already came up with kind of a title logo for but I'll wait until I do the first chapter to kind of show that off. I do have some concept for with as many technical difficulties as I had today, I'm not gonna present that. Anyways, this was a lot of fun. If there's one live that I could trade. Let's raid Void. I can get raid function to work. Seems like Void Hound's been doing art stream. They seem to be regularly doing some great art.
Place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change, had to leave to find my way. Got up up in a daydream. I be in my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass
It's
time.
kind of hard
opinions
to
safely. It's how I
just
understand what
through
I'm worth in
this.
this place. See, cause everybody wanna tell you bad things. What could go wrong? What fame brings, but success is a finicky thing. And if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down.
Alright.
I will run away, I don't have to plan it. I can go, change my fate, you won't understand it. All alone, that's okay, people I can't stand them. They don't want me to change, keep me where I'm standing. And I don't wanna be where I am. And I want something more, take a chance. It could be possibly my last dance, my last dance. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself
I gotta wait for the timer to run down. A better job-a-thon than me. Not sure what a job-a-thon is.